Hey everybody, my name is Sammy Saunders and I am a director and trainer with Pampered Chef. I wanted to come on and show you guys how to set up a Facebook party group so that you can connect it with what I use as CinchShare, or you could use any other posting platform that you use. But with all our recent changes to Facebook and how they've updated it in 2020, we know that there's kind of a different path to take when setting up a Facebook party. So I wanted to show you the ins and outs of that. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, so like I said, I'm going to be connecting with CinchShare, but I'm going to go ahead and start my Facebook group within my business page. So when you have a business page, Pampered Chef loves for you to market it this way just because it works a lot better with Facebook. You can create groups within that business page, okay? So in the new Facebook, this is kind of what it looks like. You have a lot of options on the left. That's where you're going to look at most often. But right underneath your Facebook business page group name, you'll see a lot of other tabs as well. So we have home, jobs, events, reviews, and then more. When you click on more, it'll give you the option for groups. So that's what we're going to click on for this training today. This is how we're going to set up virtual party groups. And you can see I have dozens of them that I have run through my business page. All of these are kind of archived here, and that way anybody who has attended a party of mine can still go back and find that party, but I do update it to say this party is now closed to make it a little bit easier. You can see I have 2 open parties still right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a linked group. What that means is this group is going to be associated with my business page, not associated with me personally. And that's what we want. So when you click on create linked group, you're going to give it a name. So I'm just going to put test group 2020 for today's purposes. And then we're going to choose the privacy. Typically, you want to choose that this is a private group, meaning that specific people have to be added to that group in order to join it. You don't want anybody on the web to just search your party group most of the time. It's personal preference, but I typically put private. And then for right now, I'm not going to choose any friends. You absolutely could add your host at this time. I typically don't, just to make things easier on me, and I don't want my host to join too soon because there's really nothing on this group yet. I want to make sure that I build the group first. So I'm going to go ahead and click create. And when I do, it's going to give me a blank slate. And again, it's going to look very similar to the old classic Facebook with just a few updates. So the first thing that I do is I update my banner image. And you can create a custom banner image, or you can use one of Pampered Chef's. If you use Pampered Chef's, just go to marketing imagery and type in banner image, and there are, or even just banner, and there are a ton to choose from. Or if you use Canva, they have a template that is already sized with the right number of pixels to span that entire banner image. So what I'm going to do now is just choose from an uploaded photo that I have on my downloads folder. I'm going to choose this Christmas in July theme, and it'll go ahead and kind of position it in that banner header for me. And if it looks pretty good, I mean, I can drag it around, but it looks pretty good, then I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes at the top, and that's ready to go. I also love that it kind of creates this nice little color banner for me that has my business page in there. And that's it's hyperlinked so that at any time people can click on my business page and like and follow me for the future. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is join the group myself. I kind of work from top down. You could obviously go in any order that you want, but I'm starting with the banner image and I'm going straight down. So right over here where I see my business page, if I click on this drop-down menu right here, this is what's called interacting as. You can toggle back and forth between interacting as your business page and interacting as yourself personally. When you connect with a posting service like Post My Party or CinchShare is what I'm going to be using today, you have to interact as yourself, as your personal Facebook page. So when I click that drop-down box, I can interact as myself, Sammy Saunders, my personal page. When I do that, if I refresh the screen, sometimes it pops up automatically, sometimes you have to refresh it, you'll notice a couple of things have happened. The first is that left menu has disappeared. That left menu is for your administrator of the group only. So my personal page is not an administrator of the group, only my business page is. And so because of that, that's why that left menu went away. So what I'm going to do now, it gives me the option to join the group as my personal page. I'm going to click join. All right, now I am a member, and if I refresh the screen one more time, it'll show that we have a private group set up. I have the group name, it's a private group, and there are now 2 members, my business page and then my personal page, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and toggle back to my, my business page. I can add myself as my personal profile as an administrator. It's not necessary, but that's something that you absolutely can do. It would basically just, Facebook would send you an invite to join the group as an administrator of the group, so that way you would have the same functions as your personal page that you do your business page. Again, totally personal preference. I don't do that, but some people choose to do that. All right, the next thing we're going to do is off to the left-hand side. If you scroll down a little ways, you'll see that there is a button that says settings. This is where we're going to add several things. So if we click on settings, let me show you what you can do. In settings, you have the option to change the name of the group and add a description. Let me tell you why these 2 things are really important. The first is the name of the group. Let's say you need to change the name of the group because you found a spelling mistake when you initially set it up. Maybe you need to change the name of the group because orders are due in 2 days and you need to get people's attention. So you might change the name of the group and all of a sudden everybody gets notified when that happens. So there's lots of reasons to change the name of a group. Even at the end of the party, after the party is closed and you're going to change the name of the party group to "this party is now closed." So you have several opportunities to change the name of the group, and this is where you would do it. The description is really handy if you want to put any sort of announcements in there. Dates of the party are really great to put in the description, and the link to order is another really great place to put that is in the description. So you'll just, anytime you want to edit something, you just click on this pencil that's to the right here. So if I need to edit the name and description, if I want to customize the website address, maybe I want to put it as facebook.com/groups/ the name of the party, test group 2020. You have options to do that. You can change the color if you want to. Facebook gives you so many features to changing the settings of your group, which is wonderful. But like I said, the main thing that I focus on is that name and description, okay? But when you scroll all the way down, or at least towards the bottom, you'll see where it says apps. And so if you're connecting to a third-party posting service like Post My Party or CinchShare, which is what I'll be using today, we want to edit the apps to add that third-party posting service. So we're going to click on that pencil feature, and it's just saying these apps are active. We want to add one because we have none so far. So there are a whole bunch of apps to choose from. I don't know what half of these apps are, but the one that I want is CinchShare. They go in alphabetical order, so I can scroll until I find it, or off to the left-hand side, you can search for CinchShare or Post My Party by just typing in the name. So I'm going to go ahead and just type in Cinch, and all of a sudden it pops up. So when I click on that app, it's giving me the description of it, telling me what it does, but I'm going to go ahead and click Add. When I add that app, CinchShare can now talk to Facebook. And so what you do next is off to the left-hand side again. Again, this left-hand banner over here, this section is going to be your best friend. So you're going to click on Home, and that's going to take you back to this home page of your party group. Anytime you get lost, just remember, go home, okay? And you have to do that interacting as your business page unless your personal page is an administrator of the group as well. Only administrators of the group have that left-hand menu. So what I'm going to do is copy the URL link of this Facebook group. Okay, and I'm going to take that URL link, copy, and I'm going to take it to my CinchShare account to make sure that it gets connected with CinchShare. How I do that is I log in to CinchShare through my Facebook login. So there's an option to have a username and password on CinchShare, or you can log in with Facebook. If you log in with Facebook, then CinchShare and Facebook kind of talk to each other for you already. So that's the best way to do it. And anytime you change your Facebook password, it's just going to automatically update with CinchShare. You don't have to remember another username and password for CinchShare. So you'll notice that I have several Facebook groups for my personal page, and I have my business page that shows up as well, which is right here under Facebook pages. Off to the right-hand side, it says link group when I hover over this cluster of people icon right here. And so I'm going to click on that little cluster of people link group. I'm going to, excuse me, click up here where it says URL. When you click URL, we're just going to right click and paste, or Control V, whichever you prefer. And because I have added CinchShare as an app on my business page group that I just created, CinchShare recognizes that, and now they can talk to each other. So we're going to go ahead and click link at the bottom. Once it says group ID found, everything is good. If you try to paste the URL and it says group ID not found, then that means that you have not added CinchShare as an app on the group settings. So that's usually problem number one. The other problem could be that you didn't join the group as your personal page. So that's another easy thing to fix. Make sure you're joined as your personal page, and make sure you add the third-party posting service as an app. That will fix 99% of your problems. So at the bottom, we're going to click link. And once that happens, I see that test group 2020 is available. The eyeball is the icon for this group is visible to me, so that when I schedule my posts, that group is available. So for example, all of these parties are no longer active parties of mine. So I'm just going to click the eyeball, and it's going to take that party away. Okay, so it's going to hide it from me. I can go back and see them all right here where it says show all. If I click that, it's going to list all of my parties out, but these are not active parties anymore, so I want those to go away. So now my test group 2020 is the only thing that remains. I want to go ahead and darken in this heart right here by just clicking on it. This means it's going to become a favorite of mine, so that when I schedule a post, this is going to be an option for me to schedule to this particular group. After I have added that as a network, I'm ready to schedule my posts. So I can go back to my saved posts where I have all of my folders. CinchShare also, for those of you that use CinchShare, has a lot of embedded posts already, things that they have created for you. So they have a lot of bundles that they've created. For example, this one that I'm using in my video today is Christmas in July. So they have an entire folder of that, and so I can choose from all of these things. They might have engagement posts or questions like this says, what is your favorite Christmas tradition? So if I want to schedule that post to go to my party, I just click this little paper airplane icon, and whenever I click that paper airplane icon, this is the screen that appears. I can write a message in here. Maybe I want to put what my family's favorite Christmas tradition is, or I can just leave that blank. Either way. The photo is going to appear right here as well. And then now all I have to do is schedule the date and the time that I want to send this post out. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule it for 1 minute from where we're at right now. And I'm going to click on test group. This is where I want to send it to. And I'm going to click schedule post. When I do that, it's going to ask me, do you want to go back to all of your posts? Sure, why not? Let me go back to the things I have saved and see what else I want to post. How about the sand snowman or the snow snowman? That seems kind of fun, right? So let's paper airplane that guy. We're going to schedule him out. Now I can also see that I have this Christmas tradition post that's still in kind of the waiting room. It's getting ready to go out at the time that I scheduled it to. It hasn't quite gotten there yet. Let's say that we want this one to go out 2 minutes after that original post. and I have it on the right date, we're going to go ahead and click test group. Is the network I want it to go, the party group that I want it to go to. I can write something here if I wanted to. I prefer the snow. And then I have the picture as well. So I'm going to click schedule post once the wording, the picture, and the date and the time look okay. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule that. I'll say, yes, I want to go back. Let's go back to our party group and see if that first post actually got scheduled. So I'm going to just go back to my party group and I'm going to refresh the screen. Let's see if it popped in. And there we go. So that post that I sent through CinchShare went through perfectly. If for any reason you realize that your posts are not going through, there's a couple of things to do to troubleshoot that. The first is always ask yourself, am I a member of the group from my personal page? If you are not, that is problem number one. Make sure you get that resolved. Join the group as your personal page and your business page. That's why CinchShare or Post My Party probably is not working. The second thing would be to double check to make sure that the URL link is the right one. If you didn't copy that URL link exactly, it may not post to the right group, so be careful with that. It could also be that the date or the time was incorrect. I've done it where I thought I was posting for the AM in the morning and it accidentally posts in the afternoon or the evening. And so that was a user error for that one. So just make sure you're being very careful when you're scheduling your posts. Let me see, a couple of other things that might come into question with this new Facebook platform. One thing that you can do is if you create an announcement where you talk about the dates to order, maybe you do the party link to order, who your consultant is. If you type all that up in a post, you can put an image with it and you post it. This is something that you're going to want to mark as an announcement of your party group so that it stays in a specific place that your guests can access it at all times. So once you have that post written out and posted in the group, there's these three little dots right here. And when you click on those dots, you can mark that post as an announcement. So you can go ahead and do that. And now all of a sudden, it's going to, if you refresh the screen here, there we go. All right, now this tab at the top says announcements has appeared. When I click on that as a guest, I can see my original post, the dates, the party link, and who the consultant is. So it's just another way of getting the right information to your guests. Something else that I have come across as being really helpful is when you go to members, once you have members join your group, as an administrator of the group from my business page, I can see who has joined in a specific time frame. And so a really good tip is to welcome your members to your group, and this is where you would do it. So each morning that my party group is active, I go to this welcome members section right here and I see how many members have joined. When I click on this right welcome post, this is a really clever thing that Facebook has done. When you click on that, it just comes up with a standard let's welcome our members, and it tags the people who have joined within that time frame. So I can do this every day. So let's say I do it right now, and then tomorrow at the same time, I want to welcome any members that have joined in those 24 hours. Facebook will do that for me. And so I can type, oh, sorry about that. I can type anything I want to in this welcome message. Thank you so much for joining, whatever, right? Thank you for joining our party. Let's get our host some amazing products. When I click post, it's going to tag those members in my discussion. So click on discussion. You can also click home, either way. And it has tagged those members that have joined. That's really fantastic for several reasons. Number one, it creates a community, kind of a personal feel to the group, which is something that sometimes virtual parties miss out on. It's just that connection piece, but it also will give you as a consultant the opportunity to kind of keep tabs on who has joined, and to make sure to follow up with your customers along the way. I also sometimes at party close, when we're getting maybe like a day or two before closing, when we're getting really close to it, I will go back to all of my welcome posts where I have tagged everybody, and I will post in the comments, here's the link to order, just as a reminder. And because they're tagged in that post, they're going to get a notification that there's a new comment added to the post that they were tagged in. So it's a great business tactic to use when you're trying to get people to place orders. Most of the time, that's all you'll need to know. If you choose not to use a posting service and you want to schedule your posts ahead of time, let me show you how to do that on new Facebook. I'm going to go to just create a post. Okay, this is a test post. I can go ahead and add an image if I wanted to. So let me just find a random one. Here's a random one from the CinchShare group that I stole the Christmas in July posts from. And so it's going to post the image there. It's going to have the image there. I can edit those images. Let's say I post several, maybe in a group of 3 or 4, but I don't like the way that they're ordered. I can click edit and I can rearrange the posts so that they can go in the order that I want them to. This is great for if you're posting a video and maybe say 2 or 3 images, maybe you want the video to be posted first. So you can edit the order in which all of those photos and videos go. But I'm going to go ahead and click on this calendar icon right here, and I can schedule that post at whatever day and whatever time that I want to. I can type in a time, or I can scroll and find a bunch of times. So let's say I want to post in just 1 minute. I can go ahead and write in the time that I want that to get posted and just click schedule. And then let's say I want to look at my scheduled posts just to make sure that I have them all. If I click on scheduled posts, it'll tell me how many posts I have scheduled and what they are. I can post immediately if I want something to go through right away as opposed to it being scheduled, or I can even reschedule it and edit the post if I need to. Same thing here. There's these 3 dots. I can click on that, and I have lots of options. I can delete the post entirely. I can edit the post. I can post it immediately. So you have a lot of options here. Something else, let me come home. Something else that has been a really great way to organize things is adding a post topic. So let's say, for example, that I have my announcement here. I can add a post topic right here where it says add a post topic. I just clicked on those 3 dots, click add a post topic, and I can put ordering link or how to order maybe, or party details. Oops. If I click how to, or if I type in how to order, I'm going to create a topic. And let me show you what this does. When I save that, all of a sudden, let me refresh this screen for it to show up. Okay. All of a sudden right here where it says popular topics in post on the right hand side, I now have this how to order hyperlink. When I click on that, it's going to give me the posts that I have tagged in that how to order. So let's say you're posting, let me tell you why this is good. Let's say you're posting a lot of new seasonal products, right? Like our new fall and winter products that are going to come out in September. You can tag new products. And so if anybody who has joined the group sees that post topic and they're only joining the group to see what's new with Pampered Chef, then you can tag all of those posts as a new product post, and they can click on that post topic and see only the posts that you have tagged. So it's just a way to organize your information. Guys, I think that's it. Again, everything on the left-hand side here is going to be your best friend. When you need to change things, add things, make any sort of setting changes, this is going to be where you go, is on this left-hand side. I love the banner image. I think personally, Facebook has cleaned up a lot of this information so that it's not so crowded. It feels a lot more spaced out, in my opinion. Definitely don't forget about the welcome members. And I think that's about it. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me stop share. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment. If there's something that I left out and you know, have found that in new Facebook you can do certain things, I would love to know that as well. So drop a comment if you can add any information to the things that I have given today. And as always, I'm here to help and support. So thanks so much for watching, and good luck with your Facebook parties.